There's various ways in which these original scriptures were not preserved accurately. Firstly, the original message may not have been fully written down. So the Qur'an says that the people, the Jews and the Christians, they forgot a portion of what had been given to them. So
How do you know that?
Let me just explain the claim first, and then you can comment on it after this. So there's various ways. One is subtraction, so to speak. That it wasn't recorded to start off with. So that's one aspect. The second thing is addition. That in addition to the original message, that people added parts to the scripture. So it's mentioned in the second chapter of the Qur'an that the Jews used to write with their own hands scripture when it was not from scripture. So that's the second way. And then the Qur'an also mentions them distorting the message, which is called tahrif, which is misinterpreting, distorting the meaning of the revelation which they had. And it also talks about them concealing revelation. So there's various concealing revelation.
Oh, concealing.
Yeah. So there's various ways in which the Qur'an speaks about how the previous religious communities haven't accurately preserved their religious teachings. And so when the Qur'an confirms previous religious teachings, it's confirming the original scripture, the original revelation given to Moses and to Jesus. And we can still see the remnants of that, or the core aspects of that, there in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. There's still in the Old Testament and the New Testament a belief in the one God, in God's angels, in his prophets, in revelation, in an afterlife, that God is in control and determines and has sovereignty over the world. These are the basic core teachings which are there in the Old Testament and in the New Testament alike. And this is what the Qur'an is confirming. So, but it doesn't confirm everything which is there in the Bible, especially and it pointedly corrects a lot of the teachings. So obviously it corrects the teaching regarding the supposed divinity of Jesus, the Trinity, these type of concepts, and it also points out certain ways in which the Jewish people went misled and went astray with their scripture.